Start off with the crown because I know people that's what they came here for. They want to hear our thoughts on the new GMT and other things, blah blah blah. So first, let's talk about what they discontinued, right? So the OP got discontinued. Some of the colors got discontinued, like the 41. I know the Tiffany's gone, right? And the yellow, I
Yeah,
believe.
the yellow, the red, and the Tiffany and the 41. I was honestly surprised to see them. I knew for a fact, not for a fact, but I had a feeling that they were going to discontinue the Tiffany, right, blue.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the yellow or that coral red being discontinued. So I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. I honestly, let me jump in here and then you guys can jump in. But I think Rolex doesn't let people catch up, if that makes any sense. I mean, people are lusting over these things, overpaying money, and then for them to only have it available for a year, right? I think it was only a year,
Yeah.
right? And they discontinued it. I mean, mass hysteria is an understatement because people are paying crazy amounts of money for that Tiffany dial. And in my opinion, it's like, I mean, Rolex can't control that. I mean, they could, obviously they get rid of the ADs, they bring back control to them. Maybe they have one online person like Kodinky sell them and
or just produce more,
or just, but they're not going to do that. Obviously, that would put them into a position kind of like Omega or Panerai, where Panerai just overproduced and whatever. There's a podcast I listened to with Eric Wind from Wind Vintage. He is super knowledgeable. I admire that guy. And his podcast is called Significant Watches. It used to be called Significant Lots, and they're super knowledgeable. And they were talking about what kind of happened with Panerai. Panerai, to one point, it was super desired, right? All the Paneristas, it was a huge movement. And all of a sudden, some of their watches became really hard to get and impossible to get. And people just moved on. They said, you know what? We have our hard-earned money. We really want your brand, but we're just going to move on, right? So eventually what happened is the trajectory of Panerai just kind of went down. Unfortunately, that's kind of where they're at right now. And now, is that going to happen to Rolex? I doubt it because they're a huge brand.
The power of the crown, dude. The power of that crown.
But a lot of people, and you guys know this, are spending their hard-earned money on other brands that do have product available, and they're not willing to spend the money on the aftermarket, reseller market or whatever, on the gray market. But anyway, to just kind of drive the point on the discontinuation, I think it sucks. I think they should have made them available at least 3, 4, 5 years.
So has the prices gone up on them yet?
I haven't even checked, but I'm really confident they have.
They have. By how much?
Last time I checked, the Tiffany was still in the 30,000 plus. I think it was like 35,000 plus for the Tiffany blue. I think the
I had seen it at 60 at some point.
Yeah, dude. I think when they first announced it, I think there was some crazy pricing out there. I think there was one even close to like 100K. Obviously, no one's going to ever pay that. But prices were stupid crazy.
Man.
But to your point, Miguel, right? I mean, they try to control the hype, and I think that's why obviously they discontinued those colors, in my opinion, right? They saw the crazy prices that people were selling these things for. So they want to control the market, but little do they know, they just created even more hype because now they're discontinued. People want what they can't have.
Yeah.
So now also the yellow, the red are going to go up in price because everyone's going to want that. What I thought was funny, though, is that they left the 36 millimeter Tiffany.
Yeah.
Which I was happy with because I'm like, damn, there's still hope. As you guys know, I want that watch, man. I want that piece.
Cool.
And how much is that, the 36 going for?
Well, it's still available, right? For retail. So I'm hoping I can, we can catch it at retail. Okay. But I think they're up there as well. I think they're 20,000 plus for the 36 millimeter.
It's crazy, man.
So was it as popular as the 41, or?
I think the 41 is the more popular size.
Okay, I think so. Yeah. I think so because I noticed a lot of the new models they release are a little bit bigger, right? I was surprised to see that thing with the Explorer, but anyway, let's start with that GMT Master 2. Let's get it out of the way.
The Destro.
Everybody's talking about this, right? So Omar mentioned to me in our chat when we first talked about it that this is not the first left-handed watch that Rolex has produced. However, it is the first time they've done the date and the Cyclops on that side. And to me personally, that throws me off. I don't mind so much the crown. I mean, I get it. But the symmetry with that date in the Cyclops is just wrong, in my opinion. I don't know. But the colors are beautiful. I love the colors. It's pretty cool.
It's just one of those things where they do it every year, man. You're just like, I was super excited to see what they were going to do this year. Obviously, just getting the new Batman, I was super stoked. And obviously, right, there's all these rumors, and we kind of knew, right, the color scheme. So I was like, oh man, a green and black, and it's like they hype you up, and then it's like, like, damn it, man. Like, I think this watch is beautiful. Now, granted, it just looks off, and I think it's maybe because visually to the eye, we're not used to seeing a Cyclops on the left hand side plus the crown that I think just throws everything off. But from the color scheme perspective, I mean, I think they nailed it, man. If they just released this in a regular, GMT right-sided, I mean, I think it would have blown up the whole internet, dude, more than it did already, because I think right now people are torn, but it would have been just one of those models everybody wanted or would want.
It would be interesting to see if anybody will modify, maybe if they have a Pepsi or a Batman, modify it to flip it. Because really all you have to do then is swap out the bezel.
Well, don't they have, what was it, like early 2000 model, the all black one with the green GMT?
I'm not familiar.
I think it's black bezel, black dial, and they had the green GMT hand.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, all you got to do is pop that bezel, put this bezel in it, and there you go.
But you guys already know that this watch is going to fetch some crazy prices. So is anybody really going to be willing to modify, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 watch? I don't know.
I mean, well, you could always go back if you have both. Yeah. Take it to your watchmaker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because it's like you being on a spaceship and then you go through a black hole and everything is on the right. Then you come out the black hole and you look at your watch like, damn, what the hell happened? Everything is on the, you know what I mean? I mean, it's definitely beautiful. It is.
It's just not pleasant to the eye. I mean, I'm happy for all the lefties because they finally get a watch that, I mean, if you really think about it, they've had to deal with our issue. The issue we're having right now, they've had to deal with forever, right? I mean, I'm sure every watch they get their hands on, they're like, what the hell? Like, can we make a lefty?
But even for the lefties, that Cyclops being on that side got to be a throw off.
Well, not if you think about it, no, because they're wearing it on the right. So if you think about it, your sleeve, I mean, you'll have the Cyclops still showing when they look at their sleeve. Does that make sense?
I think it'd be really interesting to see this color palette in what is it? What's that big boy? The Sea Dweller.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a green bezel Sea Dweller lefty. So without that Cyclops, I think that's really what the draw is for me.
Yeah.
It's definitely the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the Cyclops. So all right, so why don't we do this for every watch? Is it a yay or a nay? So Andrew, what do you think?
I'm gonna give it a middle.
A middle. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
There's
Omar?
Potential.
Knowing me,
no? Yes or no?
I think I'm with Andrew on this one, man. I think I'm in the middle. I think the hype might get me later on. I don't know.
Honestly, it's a no for me. Like I just can't look past the symmetry. It's just not for me. P.
I really want to say yeah, but I can't rock with it, man. So no.
To no.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I will tell you this, and I think you guys saw. I posted on IG when I think everyone also was just flipping their GMTs the other way.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it did feel comfortable on the wrist. Like having the crown on that side, it did feel comfortable. Like it felt good. So that's why after I did that,
he's already trying to justify.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to justify my purchase.
Right.
No, I ain't gonna. It's not the crown. It's the Cyclops. It's not the crown. Yeah. It's the Cyclops. This is weird. But anyway, let's go to the what is it, Air King?
Yeah,
let's check out the Air King. I really like this case a lot better than the other case. I think the crown guards and obviously is part of the professional line now. So they changed the bracelet, they made the dial bigger, they added a 0 and the 5 for symmetry. So this doesn't make any sense. They go to the minute little details of adding a 0 for symmetry and just making sure it looks so good. And then they put a date window and Cyclops on the opposite side on the other one. It's so upside down. But what do you guys think about this?
This is a good watch. It's grown on me. I think at the release, I was a little underwhelmed, but the more I see pictures of it, the more I've seen it on wrist, the more I've just kind of, I don't know, I see the little details. It's grown on me. I could totally see the stock on the Air King going up with this release for sure. It looks good, man. It looks good. It looks great.
Yeah, I think it looked good as hell. I'm feeling this one. It
looks good.
Feeling this one, man.
The thing for the this new model Air King that excites me the most, I think, is the new case. Yeah. If you can imagine them using this case in the Oyster Perpetual.